Hello everyone, hope everybody's okay. I've got my coffee here. This morning I've been working on my Roxy challenge thing, so I've been painting. Now that might seem counterintuitive because it's a journal of stitchery, but it's something that I have in mind, and I've been using these. So I'm trying to create an old plaster wall, you know, as my background using paint. Now, paint is notoriously hard to, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, saw through. However, I'm hoping it's not the case, and if it is, then I will use that. I'm using calico, quite a medium calico, I would say. So if it is a problem, then I will stretch it on a stretcher anyway and use it to do some painting at a later date. So if it works, I will have a nice sort of old plaster background. I'll show you. Let me show you. So I've just had a delivery of books from Oxfam from the sale, and they're nice, but they're not what I thought they were. So, and you know, anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure you'll see them coming up in, you know, future projects. They're sort of very old books that are falling apart in some cases. Anyway, I'm just checking. What I've done is I've moved. Let me just push this back a little bit because I feel like, is that good? Yeah, it's all right, I suppose. Yeah. No, what I've done is I've turned my camera around. I always do it the other way around. You know, with the actual face of the phone facing up, and then I noticed that people were doing it the other way around, so I'm trying it. I'm just worried that I will come out of frame. So let me just push you back a bit there. So apologies for messing about a little bit at the beginning. I just want to make sure. I'm trying to get this line here in a nice straight away. There, I think that's it. I think that works. Okay, so anyway, going back to Journal of Stitchery, there's a lot of lovely online, you know, on Pinterest. There's a lot of lovely still life images on there to take inspiration from. This was one of my Christmas gifts. This was from my niece Ellie, and I asked for this. So I'd seen it in a shop and I loved it. I thought it was absolutely beautiful. It's a coffee table book, but it's also full of inspiration. It's not just a coffee table book, it's full of inspiration. It's got lots of different ideas and, you know, for creating. So it's a beautiful, absolutely stunning book called The Flower Hunter. You know, it's not cheap, but it was a gift, and a beautiful gift, and one that I'll treasure. So, you know, anyway, in here there are lots of still life sort of where, you know, the author has created some beautiful floral displays, and, you know, obviously she's taken photographs of them for the book, and I thought this was ideal. And what I love about a lot of them is they've got this lovely old plaster background, you know, and wood, almost mouldy, but yeah. And so I thought, well, I might have a go at creating an old background like that, and I was going to do some very tiny seed stitches and create a background that way. But then I thought, well, if I paint it, maybe that will help. I mean, look at that. That's absolutely stunning. This might be the one that I use, actually. I keep coming back to this one. I love the colours, but again, I may not follow it, you know, religiously. I may well do something similar. because trying to copy something like this is just really difficult. What ideally would happen is that this would provide inspiration. I'm obviously going to create a lovely I'm going to try and create a background, something similar to this, and those colours just work perfectly. The ones I just showed you, they're emulsion pots, so they're for wall painting walls on emulsion, which is waterproof. Water-based paint, so it's easy to rub, and yeah, it's not going to be plasticky. So yeah, beautiful book. I just wanted to share that with you and share what I'm thinking of for my project. So Still Life, I love that one as well. I mean, there's a painting in the background there which is gorgeous. I mean, I would love to be able to do that. It's got the table element in, it's got a fairly plain, well, it is a very plain wall, but it has that beautiful picture in the background, and that might be something that I could achieve if I put my mind to it. So it's a challenge, but it's one that I relish. The flowers, I'm going to think about how I do those. So yeah, I'm really fired up about it, in a way that I haven't been for some time. I see it as one of a challenge for me as a fine artist, as well as a craft person as well. So I'm going to try and approach it as from a fine art point of view, if you like. That's beautiful as well, and again has that lovely background. Got the table element in, it's got some other items on the table. I mean, I don't know what prompts Sarah and Rachel are going to, but look at the flowers and the urn. I mean, to recreate that or something like it, and that very sort of more of a modern but vintage elements in it, but a sort of fairly neutral background. So yeah, just some ideas if you're going to have a go. I mean, even that's a very busy background, but it works. I think it was Sarah say, don't do a busy background. There's nothing, you could easily do a busy background and then incorporate, as long as your focal point is very strong, there's nothing to stop you having a busy table or a busy background or whatever. I'm hoping to use lace, also some of my old linens. So that's, I think that's one of the reasons why I'm fired up as well. And I have, I've got sort of, I could maybe do some printing as well of these elements, sort of the long stems. So yeah, anyway. And then if you have crackle paste, you could even do crackle paste on. It doesn't have to be all stitching, there can be other elements. It doesn't have to always be stitching. I mean, there's another one. There it is, and so beautiful. And obviously the flowers are the main. Oh, look at that. That's stunning. Oh, I love that. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you. I'm just letting it dry at the moment. I've done two. I've put on organic cloth as my initial layer, and then I've added some elements of Warm Winter, and I'm hoping, so that's sort of a grey colour. The organic cloth is beautiful, it's a lovely colour. My calico is, well, I'll show you, it's a sort of a bit of a creamy, more creamy than I would have liked. Anyway, actually I'm going to, while I'm on this, I'm going to show you these books that I bought, and why not? I've got loads more that I can show you because I haven't done a thing for a while, but these are the ones that I bought from Oxfam. This is a surprise. I wasn't expecting this. Sounds very hollow. I mean, Sounds very hollow. Rag paper, German text, and it's 1880. This, I really do not like this. I can't think why anybody would put a purple cover on. It's just such a beautiful book. But anyway, so German text. So what I will be doing, as lovely as it is in terms of a book, and you know how I feel about cutting up books, I am definitely cutting this up. In that, I'm going to take the textbook out and use it in lots of projects, because I've been wanting some German text, some paper, and I want rag paper, and this is rag paper. So I'm really happy to do it. Don't shoot me. It's just, you know, I rarely do it. I say I'm going to do it, and I rarely do it. And this isn't a book that can easily be replaced, but I'm going to do it. Because I want to use the papers and I want to use the book, and I'm going to cover this ugly purple cover. I'm not even keen on this, if I'm honest. So yeah, I think this will give me a lot of pleasure in terms of doing it. I mean, I love this, don't get me wrong, that's beautiful, but this is Italian. It's falling apart basically, although the back is fairly secure. Well, no, maybe not. Yeah, no, it's not. It's interesting. This has got very old paper on there, but it's in English, whereas the book is Italian. So, and I think it was published in Italy. The other thing is, I've noticed, now it might be just my imagination, but I think somebody's been adding polish or boot polish or something along the edges just to make it look less worn, because you know, it's coming off. Gorgeous marbling on the cover. It's very old. The paper is cotton, I think. Very textural. It's very old. Will I cut it up? Well, not cut it up. That I don't like even using that language. Will I use it? And yes, I will, because it's broken and I can't read it. And so yes, I will. So that's the second one I will use. This one, I don't know what age it is. It's in French. I bought it for the cover. And it's leather. This is leather, and this obviously is beautiful marbling. The colours in the marbling is gorgeous. However, I don't like the inside of it at all. I don't like the papers. It's boring. I really don't like it on the inside. So it's not a book I would keep for its beauty in terms of sitting on the shelf and not getting any pleasure from it, because I'm not going to get any pleasure from it. I think I will use this. So I can use the papers. I don't like them. I don't like the colouring. So I can use the papers. I don't like the texture of the paper even, and that's unusual for me. But I don't like it. It's cheap. So that's the outside of the book is impressive. Love this, but the inside, no, it's just not. So anyway, that's another one. This is my favourite. It's very, very old, 1810. The paper is unusual. It's sort of handmade. I don't even know what it's made from. Possibly rag paper, but it's yeah, it's unusual. It's very thin. Sorry, my hands are dry from the paint. There we go. I like the texture. Love the text itself in German, and I love the book. And I think this won't be cut up. This is 1810. I've said it again, haven't I? Cut up. I just don't like it. Love that image. If I were to use this book, I would, you know, make it very pretty, a la Rachel style, Rachel from Roxy Creation style, with some lace. And inside, I would take, if I were to take this out, the text block out, I would keep this and I would frame it in a lovely little frame, potentially frame that as well, but the rest of it I would use in projects. I mean, I don't think anybody's going to miss it. It's a lovely book though, really beautiful. For me, I love this one. Feels lovely as well. So there you go. Anyway, those are the 4 books that I got today. They came in the post today. I have had more books recently and I will share them with you. I did buy this recently as well. It's a little dress from a charity shop. I looked up the tag, it's called Minky. Now it looks retro, very retro, but I don't think it is. That could be though. It might be homemade. No, because it's got Minky on it. I love the fabric, love the colours. Again, very retro Dixie pattern. It's a little short dress, shift dress. I asked my niece if she wanted it because it would probably fit her, but she said no, nobody liked it, so I'm going to use it. I'm going to use the fabric. I don't like this satiny finish, so I'm going to use it. This was 50p, I think it was 50 pence. Yeah, so I just thought I'd share that with you. Isn't that lovely? I'm going to be using this in projects fairly soon. Anyway, so I'll show you one more thing. This. So when I was away at Christmas, I did a little snippet roll while I was at my son's house. Snippet roll, meditation scroll. And I used, I had a, I don't think I've got it close by, close to hand. Let me just check. Yeah, yes I have. So I have a few of these type of bobbins, reels, and I was thinking, oh well, you know, this will fit nicely around like that, and it does, but then, you know, I'm not just satisfied with this. I want something that will grow in terms of width with as it winds around the bobbin, and this doesn't do that, so it's not going to go on this bobbin. It's what I'm saying. That's just me being finicky. Actually, it does look really nice like that. So anyway, I just thought I'd show you this. So this is just a meditation scroll that I made while sitting at my son's house over Christmas, you know, watching TV, talking, chatting, and I love it. I love the colours, all little bits that were left over from, you know, my Christmas ornaments and things that I have, some bit of lace there even. Just lots of little bits that I love, and the colours, I just, especially this section here, it's absolutely gorgeous for me anyway. So there you go. So I just thought I'd share that with you, and that's what I'm going to be doing today. So I'm going to be making, I've got this and this, just little scraps that I've just quickly pulled out. I don't even know if I'll be using that one. So these two, I will use them, but actually I'm not making a scroll. I'm making snippets. So, and I thought, well, use these bits up and make some snippets. So I've got my threads, and I've got a little basket of bits in here. Let me just grab some more bits. Put my needle in there. Some of the little bits there that I can sew. Sorry, I wasn't prepared. I thought I was prepared and I'm obviously not. Let me just grab something else. Right. Anyway, I've got a lot of fabrics to hand, so I can easily stretch over and grab some if I need to. Right. Okay. Just put a few bits on there. I did have a load of little pieces that I said I was going to keep to make snippets, and I haven't. Oh, there's a little. I forgot about this. I made this little heart. I wasn't really happy with it, but I'm going to put more on. It's from old jeans, old men's jeans. Maybe I could work on that. But I just thought I couldn't, once I'd put those two bits on, I thought, well, I've really restricted myself because I don't know what to do with it now. Maybe I could put a little piece of, I don't know, lace or something, or some silk there. But yeah, I'm not sure. I really struggled trying to finish it, so in the end I just left it. Anyway, I might finish that some other time. I'm going to do a snippet, so some snippets, or clusters rather, clusters and snippets. So I'm going to just, this will be my background, so I'll cut a few pieces. So I hope everybody's well. As I say, I tend to make my snippets a bit too big, so I'm going to try and make them a little bit, make a few smaller ones, I think, because I do tend to make them quite big. If I make a few smaller ones, then, you know, so I hope everybody's well. It's another sunny day. I was out just very briefly the day before yesterday, and I haven't been out. My boiler stopped working yesterday, but it was fixed very, very quickly by the plumber, so I was very lucky it got fixed that quickly. Anyway, right, so let's do, got this little bit here I can use. I've got all these little bits of things flying around. I've got this little bit, so I've got loads of, let's pull some out. That white piece could go on the top, got some blue. I don't want to use lace, a little bit of denim-y stuff. Some pale yellow. See, things I can cut up. Got some stretchy material, but very pretty. I might not use that. It's funny, you know, this was an old thing of mine. It was a little bed, you know, set, shorts and vest thing. And I rarely use it because I can't fit it in anywhere. There's that. I don't think, I might use lace, but anyway, there, we've got a few. Let's use, so we've got these little bits here. Let's use a little bit of this. I love this, so pretty. What else? Oh, maybe I will use, but I don't want to cover it up though. I wonder though if I put that behind it. because I never use that in any projects. So if I put a little bit of that on an angle and then put that like that. I love making these. They're just so simple and pretty. Try and fray it a little bit, make it more interesting. Take a little bit off there. Yeah, so it is a lovely, another sunny day, but freezing cold, freezing cold outside. I feel 3 is not enough, so I'm gonna see if I can find something else to go over the top. So it will be lace, but what lace? Oh, I've got a little, just found that. Put that in the middle. And we have our first snippet, or not snippet, you know what I mean. There, happy with that one. Very pretty. Now let's do this fabric. Just seeing if there's anything interesting. Oh, a little bit of this blue stuff. Oh, it's gone dark. Put my light on, I can't see. Still can't see. Yeah, that doesn't work. I mean, I haven't got a lot of things next to me, to be fair, but what about some silk? This is real silk, by the way. Sometimes I call polyester silk, but this is real silk. So, I'll put a little bit of silk on the side there. I want those little flowers to show, so if I move that over like that, and then put that there without the red thread behind it. So that's my second one, and you've got a little bit of the daisy showing. Put that a little bit there. There we go. Nice little, another one. Do another one. Might use this. It's a bigger one, that. Square piece. Let's fray it. I'm expecting a call, but I forget the time, and it was an appointment, and there's no email or anything telling me when it is. Right, message, you know, text message. I forget when it is. That's my fault, not anybody else's, but yeah, I forget. That's nice. I prefer it that way around. A bit bright that way. The black almost looks blue when you do it that way. See if there's any lace to add on the top. A little bit of this. about that? I like that. All different angles. Okay, let's do another one using this. Actually, did I? Oh, there it is. So I did do 4, some thread there. Some denim-y collar. It's not proper denim, I don't think. So what about that in there? Not sure what that's from. That's quite nice, but it's not very sparkly. I don't mean that literally. Oh, now, will this work? Yes, I think it will. I'm going to put that underneath. That just adds an extra dimension that makes it more interesting. So there we go. So let's sew them, and then I can make more if I want to. Here's my thread. I'm just, I'll use this one first, just because it's to hand. I'll get my box of threads and no, just think, had a thought, do I want to, yeah, actually I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use my my threads. 1 second. Sorry, they were in my other room because I was sewing in my bedroom the other day. Sorry if I'm knocking the table, I don't mean to. So I moved my ugly cup out of the way, my coffee. It's gone cold, so I'm going to be drinking it now. Yeah, let's use some of this just for bigger impact. So I'm going to do this one first. What about that? Oh, actually, the goldy colour. Yeah, I'm going to use that. It's more gingery. Don't know where my box of threads are actually. I could have used that. It'll be around. I just don't know where I would have done with them. Yeah, this. Oh, I like that colour. 2 colours together. Yeah, what about that? And they're beautiful colours together as well. Let's see. Right, we're doing it. Let's see. Needle. I don't know if, no, that won't go through there. No. No. Where's my needle? Where's my lovely needle? Oh, gosh, I hope I haven't. I can't have lost it. There it is. That's not going to go through there either. I need a bigger hole. Let's try this. Sorry guys, faffing around a little bit. For the sake of, you know, having 2 colours threads. Right, just gonna cut that off for a minute. Oh, are you kidding me? Sorry. Yeah, I'm not going to get that through now. Sometimes you get lucky, and other times it takes a little bit longer. I think it's because the rusty thread has 2 strands and the blue has 1. Right, let's try not to pull that out. Here we go. Where shall I start? Here. I'm just going to do some slow stitch on it. Obviously you can see that I didn't put a I don't like this needle. It's it doesn't pull through very well, but I love that, these 2 colours together. Very nice. I'm just going to do it randomly, in no rhyme or reason, just as long as you can see the colours. Yeah, it's not good to pull through this at all. For this, I'm so used to using my thin one. I hope you can see the 2 colours. I might pull the camera down if you can't. Just nice to do a little bit of sewing again. Well, I'm saying that what did I do recently? I did something recently. I'm too busy concentrating on doing that I'm forgetting that I'm actually sewing something on. Okay. Excuse my thumbnails, and that's hard to get through. Lovely 2 colours together, just beautiful. Perfect for this. Yeah. So yeah, the books, I don't know why I'm disappointed in them. And I looked at them when I took them out of their, packages. I looked at them and I thought, oh, somebody's given me the wrong order. For some reason I didn't recognise my order, and I knew that I'd bought something in Italian. I knew that I'd bought something in French and German. So, but then I looked at the books and I didn't recognise them as the books that I'd bought, which is strange. I don't know. But they weren't cheap. I'm a bit of a cheapskate when it comes to buying secondhand books. These weren't, although they were 60% off, they weren't cheap. So for books that I'm going to use in my projects, they're not cheap books. And why would they be? Because they're very old books, so we wouldn't expect them to be. I mean, I would, if I ever got a chance to get some of the ones that Rachel sells, you know, the book boards that she sells sometimes, and even the books. I would, but you know, I never get an opportunity to get one. They always gone before I. And I love the back as well. Nice, simple little snippet. There we go. And I'd like to. I don't know. Can you see? How lovely the stitches, the colours. Really happy with that one. I'll just snip that off though. I don't need to leave that one. Oh, very pretty. Right. I don't even mind that sticking out. Okay, first one done. Right, with this one, again, oh, now I have this blue left, so I'll use this. I'll just use it on its own, but I'm not going to use that needle. I'll use Mr. Bendy. I can't believe I just said that, giving my needles a name. It's just wrong. Right, there we go. So my voice isn't too bad at the moment. Yesterday, it started to go again, and I was, oh my word, no, you know, because it just feels such a relief to have a normal voice when it's been going, you know, and it's not normal. But it started to get, you know, started to go again, and I was really concerned that, yeah, I wasn't going to have a voice to do, but it's not too bad. It's a bit husky, but it's not too bad. I'm still waiting regarding, I've had tests, and I'm still waiting with regard to some more tests. So yeah, I won't say more than that right now, because I just don't know. I mean, I'm not worried too much. But I'm waiting, you know, sort of for a little bit more reassurance from some tests. Hope you're all keeping warm. Oh, I'm so sorry to people over in California, in the US, and other places where there's problems going on, you know, with weather. Just awful, awful, awful fires, and oh, it's never ending, isn't it? You know, just never ending. I don't want to bring anybody down, but my heart goes out to you if you're affected, and yeah, it's just situation in the world right now is very difficult, and we have to find ways of getting on with life. It's easy when it's not you affected to say that. I'm saying me. It's easy for me to say that when I'm not affected in the way that other people are, but I am still affected. It's just that, you know, the capacity, I like that, but I think I could do with more, something more. I don't want, do I want a button? Let's see. Let's put a button. Ooh, pretty. Maybe there. I'll sew that button on. Some more of that blue. I pricked myself and I've got a little blue. There is a little bit more of that blue here. These are very old threads, and I'm on the lookout for some new ones. for different colours and what have you, especially if I'm going to be doing this big project, you know, because I'm restricted to what I've got. If I wanted to do something in a particular colour, I'm restricted, so. Oops. Yeah, let's put it there. Oh, is that the right way around? Funnily enough, I prefer it there, that way. But I can see that. Let me just check. Yeah, I prefer it that way. I prefer the contrast. I don't know if you can see, there's this mother of pearl here, but then it's what creamy white colour there. So it's on the other side, it's just all bland. Oh, I've got to put a knot in it. Hope you've got some nice projects to occupy over the next couple of months or whatever. Let me know if you're doing Roxy's challenge or any other challenge. K3N has quite a few lovely projects on the go as well. There's a particularly nice one that's to do with self-care, and I thought about getting involved in that one as well. We can all do with a little bit of self-care. I need to catch up on Catherine's videos so I know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, you know, if I'm going to be doing it. Right, I'm lost now. Journaling obviously is self-care, and I think that's probably something to do with that, because I've seen there was a video making journal, and I didn't go watch all of it, but yeah, something to do with that. I like that. I like the square stitching. I don't think it needs any more. So so those two. I'm not going to do the Meg one this year. I've tried doing it in the past and I never stick to it, and I always struggle to follow prompts, so I'm not going to be doing that one. But again, it's a really lovely one to do if you wanted to do one. And then of course, you know, we have our own. I'm going to use this because it's nice contrasting, and I've got a tiny bit of blue there. Yeah, and then yeah, as I said, we've got our own projects. I'm still figuring out. I mean, I'm going to do the Roxy's one, but I'm still figuring out what else I'm going to do in terms of. I want to make another journal. So last year I talked about making a journal for sort of textiles, and I still want to do that. So that's another potential area that I can do. But I have a lot of journals that are sitting around and not getting used. So I'm wondering whether to start using them in some way and decorating them even more. I watched, well, I went through my, not happy with the way that's spreading out. I can always fold it a little bit, do a little ruffle or something. Doesn't have to be, you can have little ruffles like that. Why not? Can't remember what I was saying now. Oh yeah, my nature journal. I loved it, doing it last year. Really loved it. And I really felt that I could even, you know, do a different one and keep going with it. And there's so much that I could be doing. But you can get overwhelmed, can't you, you know? Yeah, I'm not happy with that. I'm going to snip that off, even though I'm snipping off that lovely blue. Just the way it was spreading out, I didn't do it very well. And I will take off some of this. And then I'm going to pull that back round. Faffing around, aren't I? Sorry, threading my needle. Yeah, I mean you can get overwhelmed with all these different projects. So just don't have to be doing a million things, just one at a time. But if you're somebody who gets bored with doing one thing at a time, then, you know, have a couple on the go and just come back to them. Yeah, I like that. My plan is to read more books this year. I mean, I do read or listen to a lot of books, but I want to read more as well as listen to them. I find I get lazy when I listen to books instead of reading them. I like the it's sort of my lazy way of reading books. I would like to do a book tour. I talked about it last year as well, so I'm going to a bookshop tour. So I'm thinking about that as well. I don't like this grey coloured bit in the corner there. I might take that off. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to take it off. I don't like it. It's just too much. Too much grey. There we go. Don't mind that little bit sticking out. So there's another one. I'll do one more. And then call it a day probably, because I've been here a while. Right, I'm thinking, now I rarely use black, but what about using black? Let me just see if I've got any. Well, I know I have to. Just need to carefully maneuver because I've got all loads of different things in the way here. Let's use that. I'm sat on my chair. I've put a lovely big cushion on, velvet cushion on, to sit on. And I'm not going to show you because I look like an old granny. Well, I look like an old granny most of the time. Oh, hang on, what am I doing? No, I'll use this and I'll double it over. Don't know. No, I would like to. What am I doing? Sometimes I just don't think. Got some black proper thread here. Proper thread. Don't listen. You never heard that. Of course you're proper thread. Okay. threading needle. How about some crosses or something? All right, that is covering up my lovely flowers. So I'm going to put it to this side. Now I'm going to just do one huge cross across this lace. When I say huge, I don't really mean huge. There we go. Like to do more travel. The travel that I said I was going to do this year and didn't do. Last year, sorry. Right, now I think actually, do I need to do more? Yeah, let's just put a couple more in, big ones. Three big crosses, just to be in threes. It's a strange looking cross. Don't like that. I've done too many rows, I think. Pull one out. There. It's too dark. Just threading. I'm just wondering whether that's too dark now. It's very overpowering. But you know, if you're going to do something, sometimes you want it to stand out. And that, in the past, I've done it very subtly. If I've done sort of stitching on these little clusters, and I tend to have done it quite subtly. So, and I wanted them to stand out this time. Okay, I think that's okay. I don't think I'll do more than that. Yeah, that's okay. Right. Good. I mean, you know, got 4 nice little clusters. I like them. They're all different. I mean, I could do more, but I'm aware that time is passing by, and I did the other things. So, you know, there we go. Just leave it at 4. So I hope you enjoyed that little video, and yeah, got some nice little clusters to use. You can never have too many clusters, and I actually don't have enough, so there we go. I do quite like having the camera this way around. Right, so take care everybody. Thank you for watching. I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.